Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. If this is the first time seeing me, my name is Steph and I do everything beauty related. And also at the moment, being as it's October and I love everything Halloween, I will be doing Halloween looks throughout October at least once a week. However, in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the Blueberry Muffin palette by BH Cosmetics. This is what it looks like. This is the look I came up with. This is actually the second time filming this video because I actually filmed it on Friday and I thought, you know what, actually this is going really well, and I was filming it and I was like, oh, this is the, you know, not turning out too bad, this video. And then I realised I wasn't even blooming recording. I didn't even press record. That's how well that day went for me. So I just thought, you know what, I give up. I'm going to come back to this another day. So this is actually the second time doing this, but yeah, this is the look I came up with. Also, little quick side note, very quickly, if you can see blue all over my ears, like this and here, terrible. And my hands, it's because I've dyed my hair today as well. Very fitting. It's not coming up as blue as it is in real life on camera. It's a very dark, deep blue colour, like a quite a blacky blue. It's coming up really, really dark on camera though at the moment. So, but yeah, if you're wondering, that's what that is. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Make sure that you give make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and hit that subscribe button down below along with the bell notification so that you are notified every time that I upload. I do try to upload at least 2 to 3 times a week at the moment. And let's just get on into it. Right, so I've scooched you into my eyeball a little bit and I'm going to go in with the Revolution Prime and Lock for my base on my eyes. You don't need a lot of this, just a little bit. I really like this. This is my second tub of this. I really want to get the white version as well, because there's a white one as well. So I'm going to try and pick that up at some point soon. Right, so yeah, pop that all the way across like that. Then I'm going to go in with this top light colour here called Cheat Day, on a nice fluffy brush to tap that off, and then just very gently take that just above the crease and blend it across. So what I will say about this shade is I did find it one of the harder ones to work with. I just found it a little patchy compared to some of the other lighter blue shades that I've got in other palettes. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I did find it just, can you see? I think it just takes a little bit of building up. And not the easiest to work with, personally. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more and just blend that out. Jet planes in the night sky with you. And then I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with the colour So Good down here. And I'm going to take that in right into that crease and then blend it out. Again, this one not as pigmented as some of my other dark blues. Takes a little bit of work to get it on, but it's not bad. Like I've had a lot worse, and especially for the price of it, you know, this palette is only £15, so it's not an expensive palette. It's a very affordable palette, so I'm not too mad at it at all. And then going in with the colour Fluffy right down here. And I'm just going to take that just over the top and blend that across the top there. I don't know what made me want to put this colour on. I just felt like it was a good transition / blending shade, if you know what I mean. Like, it just blends out that top nicely. And you can't, it's not, you know, it's not a shade that's particularly overly noticeable. It just blends it out really nice across the top, I feel. So I'm just going to blend that across the top, perhaps going with a little bit more of that light blue where it's just kind of rubbed off a little bit. Like so. And then I'm going to take, let me just clean it off a little bit. It's from when I was doing the other eye. A flat brush like this, and I'm going to use some of that same eye base, and I'm going to create my cut crease. And I'm just going to look straight on and get a rough idea of how far I want that to go up, because like I say in many of my videos, you're probably sick of me saying it, I have annoying hooded eyes, and I like to make sure that it is above my crease. So, you know, that's how far up I want to go. So when I close my eyes, can you see how much there is to fill in there? It's quite a big gap, because otherwise you wouldn't see any of it when I open my eyes. And it's highly irritating. I really wish I had deep set eyes. But I don't, so this is what we're working with. Try not to wipe too much of that off. And then gonna go in with the colour Tempting, which is this one here. I really like the shimmers in this palette, and I really can't wait to use some more of the shimmers and do kind of a slightly different look. But obviously I thought with using it for the first time, I had to use some of the blues, and this green kind of reminds me of a mermaid. Like, it's a very mermaidy colour, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to take that on the flat brush that I used a moment ago. Oh, I forgot to spray it. I do like with these, I do think putting a little bit of fixing spray on the brush definitely helps. Ooh. Oh, I've got itchy nose. And then just pat that. You sort of pat it on. Blend it across a little bit, and I find that they go on the best like that, using kind of a bit like you would with your finger. It'd probably go on really well with your finger as well. I personally don't like to use my finger because I can't get it as precise as I would like it, but yeah, I definitely find with these sort of that patting, pressing motion definitely works the best, and then you can kind of clean it up a little bit after. Oh, gone a bit too thingy around my eye there. Never mind. Look at that shade, it's beautiful. Really, really nice. I feel very, very mermaidy with it. And then I'm going to go back in with the shade So Good, and I'm just going to take that on to blend that green into the blue a little bit, so it's not such a harsh line. And I just think it goes really, really well together. I think the colours blend well together, those two. Like I said, it takes a bit of work. I have got more other palettes that are slightly easier and slightly more pigmented, but you know, I can't complain. And then what I did, just to brighten that outer corner up a little bit, I just went in with the colour Sugared on a little teeny tiny brush, and then just pop that. Whoops, that was a bit much. Pop that on the inner corner and blended it up a little bit. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Really pretty. I absolutely love the shimmers in this palette. Beautiful. Right. I'm going to come off eyes a little bit now, and I'm going to go on to the rest of my face. So for primer, I'm going to be using the Revolution Hydrate and Prime primer. It's very runny and I've nearly run out of it, but I really like this primer. I've used it, like I say, nearly used the whole thing up, and I probably will repurchase it. It leaves a nice tacky lace to work on. It feels so hydrating, especially for me, as I have dry skin, which I've probably mentioned about 5,000 times. It just feels really nice on my skin. Blends in, soaks in really well, I should say. And it's very affordable. I just really like it. For foundation, this might be a little light, but we're going to go with it, and it might seem a bit lighter on camera as well as it does compared to what it does in real life. But we're going to go in with the Perfect Finish foundation by, this was a Primark one actually. I need to do a Primark video on their makeup, because I have said a couple of times I do feel like their makeup is definitely underrated, and some of it is really good. So I'm going to go in with this one. This one was only £2.50 as well, bear that in mind. But it's just a smidge on the light side, especially as my hair is a lot darker now. But never mind. It's very thick. I've forgotten how thick this one was. So if you're looking for, if you're looking for a full coverage, cheap foundation, matte foundation. I do like matte foundations. I don't know why. I've got a thing about them at the moment. But if you're looking for a cheap matte foundation, I would definitely recommend this one, especially if you're looking for more of a high coverage one. Me personally, I'm not too fussed. It doesn't have to be that high coverage for me. But I know that a lot of people, I don't mind it, I'm not complaining. But I know that a lot of people out there do tend to prefer it that way. Is that making sense? I hope that makes sense. Never mind. Right, so next one I'm going to go in with, one of my favourites. It's the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer. This is definitely my favourite concealer at the moment. It's probably actually a little darker than the foundation, which is not quite ideal, but never mind. I do need to go shopping. I feel like I need to go on a makeup shopping trip for concealers and foundations and things like that. See what's new. So I might do that soon, and then do a video on some new products and do a review on those if anyone is interested in that. I've gone a bit too high because I'm not paying attention. Oopsie daisy. Now, I'm not going to go in with any powder under my eyes or anything like that, just because I don't feel like I need it particularly. If I was to go on a night out and I wanted it to last a lot longer, then I probably would use a powder. This foundation actually isn't that pale. Now all my tan's worn off. Yeah, I would probably, what's it called? My brain's wandered off. Come back, brain. Yeah, I would probably use a powder underneath just to make sure that it was all set in place for the night. But seeing as I'm not going to be doing that, and I'm actually going to be taking this off soon and filming another video. I'm going to be filming my Halloween video for this week. I'm not going to bother with powder. I am going to go in with, I'm just find my brush. this little blush colour. I am actually really enjoying this. I got this with my last glossy box, as you can see that in the background there, just because I absolutely love the packaging on the glossy box. I think it looks so pretty. And this came with it, and I just like to dip into both and just pop a little bit on the cheeks, because it's just subtle but nice. It's a really nice blush, and I found it so hard to find a really nice blush. I just like to pop on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm not going with proper full face today. Was more concentrated on the eyes more than anything else. I'm then going to go in with the Wet n Wild bronzer. If I can get it open, I will show you. Ugh. There we go. Again, this is quite a light one, but I just think it just bronzes up my face nicely. So let's go just over the top and blend it up. Just add a little bit of colour back into my face and on my forehead. And just underneath the jawline as well. Just a little bit, just add a little bit of colour. I'm then going to just try this. I haven't used this. I think I've only ever used this once before. This was from, can't remember what it's called now. I'll have to put it down below. But it was a really, really cheap American website based in America. And yeah, so it's a little highlighter. It's coming off very, very light on camera, but it's actually a little peachier in real life. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just pop it just up my cheekbones. I mean, it's there. It's nice if you want a nice little subtle sheen to your cheeks, but it's definitely not blinding. But I think it was something like £1 something, or 89p, so for that you can't complain, can you? Use my brain. Where are we now? So now I'm going to just go back in with this palette again, just to go under my eyes, and I'm going to use, where's my angled brush? Ah, there it is. Use this little angled brush and go back in with the colour So Good, and just blend that gently underneath, just a little bit, like so. See, the overall look is actually turning out quite nice, and it does last on the eyes. Like I said, this is the second time filming this. So when the first time that I filmed it, I went out afterwards and kept it on for quite a while, and it did last well, so that's one good thing. And then I'm going to finish off with the 3D lash effect. This again is another Primark mascara. I wouldn't say it was the best in the world, but it is actually really nice. Like, it separates the lashes really well. It adds nice length. If you can see, if you can see the difference. So obviously this is one eye, and that's the one I haven't got it on. You can tell more when my head's like that. And I think this was something like $3.99, I want to say. So for that, you can't really complain, can you? There we go. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this little review on this palette. Overall, I do really like this palette, especially for the price of it at £15. It is a bargain, really, for £15. I do find, obviously, some of the shades are a little bit more to take a little bit more work, like you need to blend them a little bit more. And I found that, you know, it just took a few more layers. Does that make sense? I've started to stop making sense now. Hopefully that makes sense. The shimmers, however, the shoe shimmers that I have used are absolutely stunning. I love the shimmers in this palette. Overall, I love the colour story of this palette as well. I think it's beautiful. I cannot wait to do some more looks with these over here as well. I also do regularly post makeup looks on my Instagram, so if I don't have the one here, it will be over on my Instagram as well if you want to go and follow me over there and see what other looks I come up with using this palette. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.